What up, people? It's your boy, Dr. Coach Erwin L. Hudson, a.k.a. Dr. Coach. Oh, hoops, baby. And we're with Joe Seminara, finishing up my 3-part series with Coach Joe. This is coaches, parents, and players. Oh, my. Folks, last one, all right? Episode 11. Enjoy it. We're going to have some fun here. Let's do this. Episode 11 with Coach Joe Seminara. Coaches, parents, and players. Oh, my. Coaches, parents, and players. Oh, my. Coaches, parents, and players. Oh, my. All right, Joe, let's talk a little bit more about you. So I heard from Lil Birdie that your favorite movie is The Godfather. I want to know, what's the deal with you forcing all of your kids' friends to watch this movie as a rite of passage?
Well, for me, The Godfather, being Italian, there's a lot of things in the movie that were family-oriented. Respect a big thing in my family, and the movie just, I used to tell my wife I would have been really good in the mafia, except I couldn't kill and I couldn't break all the laws. But the loyalty aspect, the respect aspect, I fully get. And I think it's a way of me teaching these young kids something about respect through the movie. There's a little Italian in there too, so I help them kind of break down what they're saying. But the main thing is it's family. Everything in that movie's about family. And even if it wasn't blood family, the mafia family, but the family.
Yep.
And I know it sounds crazy, but all my daughters and my son, they love the movie too, because it's what reinforces people who are trying to show respect and discipline.
I heard also that you make the guys who, want to marry your daughters watch it also.
Oh, yeah.
They got to watch it too.
They need to understand what this is about. And, I'm very old-fashioned. I don't believe in my daughters or boyfriends or husband to call me Joe. It's Mr. Seminara, and then when you marry, then you're dad.
Yeah.
But you have to have that respect and separation. They're not my friend.
Gotcha.
They're your friend. So.
Nah, I totally understand that. So tell me, which Godfather, the original one, or which
1 and 2, to me, they're one movie.
Yeah.
I can watch one. Number 3, I don't let anybody watch. Number 3 was done 20 years later, and they made Michael soft.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And unrealistic. There's no way Connie's running the show. So I won't even let him watch it.
Okay, so it's 1 and 2 then. I got to remember that.
Yeah. 3's like a whole nother different story.
Different story. All right. Different Italy, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. All right, let's wrap this up. But let's talk about, real quick, Evans High School. What was your fondest memories? Best team?
It's close. There's 2 teams that were very special.
Well, give me both of them.
The first year, we went 28-5.
Okay.
We led the nation in 3-point shooting percentage. We were 2 for 3 for the year. I know you people, hard to believe that we shot 3 threes in a whole season, but.
And this is, how long had threes been shooting?
1987.
87, okay.
It was the first year you could shoot the 3 in high school and college. And we were big. We were 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". Yeah. We threw the ball inside, and we dominated people on the glass. We didn't turn it over, and we lost in the final 8 to get to the Final Four. The team down in West Palm Beach, they had a kid make 3 threes in the first quarter against us.
Wow.
And they moved on to the state tournament, and in the state tournament, he was 0 for 14 shooting threes.
Oh, my God.
And we had him scouted. He had a very unconventional shot.
Yeah.
But the night we played him, he threw in 3 of them, and really was probably the difference in the game. Without him making those, we would have packed our zone even further back, and they wouldn't have had much chance to penetrate and beat our zone.
Okay, gotcha. Quickly, before I let you go, I want to make sure you know who. I want to see if I can stomp Joe. Who were those 2 people that made the 3? Do you remember those guys?
Who made our 2 threes?
Yeah.
Aaron Vincent, who was not a scorer.
Okay.
He was a defensive guy, took care of the ball, We were down late in the game. You say, well, why'd you shoot 3 in any game? Well, we were down in
Wait, this was one game?
One game.
Oh.
We were down 3. We were down like 7 or 8 with 40 seconds to go. And Calvin looked at the guys and says, if you get an open 3, shoot it. And Aaron made one, and I think Bo Jefferson made one.
Oh,
Neither one of them were scorers. Between them, they didn't average 6 points a game. But that particular night, they were 2 for 3, and we got close. We ended up losing by 3 instead of losing by 9. But,
wow.
yeah, it was quite an event that night.
Gotcha.
Oh, and the other best team was Chucky's senior year.
Okay.
91. We were 31-4.
Gosh.
And we lost to Oviedo in double overtime in the final 8. And then Oviedo proceeded to beat the next 2 teams by 20 each night.
Oh, wow.
So it was a spectacular, unbelievable game that just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. Calvin still can't talk about it.
No.
I asked him about it, and I said about the Green Boys, and he was like, he just looked at me.
Well, we had another scorer that year, Travis Washington. He actually averaged .2 higher than Chucky did. They both were 19 and change.
Okay.
And Travis got in foul trouble and played about 8 minutes that game. And for us to take Oviedo into double overtime without one of our leading scorers was really a testament to the team. And that truly was a team.
Gotcha.
And I guess that's why those teams are my favorite teams, because they played as a team. They pulled for each other. It was all about team and family and Evans. And even that we had some really good players, they were no better than the guy on the end of the bench. Gotcha. They really was a shared team. And it's hard to find that chemistry. I coached a long time, and you look for it every year, and occasionally lightning strikes, and it's the most fun you can have.
Gotcha.
My favorite player, or my best player, probably I think was Maurice Gray, who's passed away now. But Maurice was about 6'5". He could shoot. He was dominant on the boards.
Yep.
He was a Division I player. Unfortunately, Maurice didn't have the grades. And back then, Prop 48, you had to pass the test. Yeah. So Maurice went NAIA, and his freshman year, he was player of the conference as a freshman. Wow. And he averaged like 22 a game. He was just a very special player. He was 6'5", but his arms went forever. He played like he was 6'10", and he was only 6'5".
Gotcha.
But he had guard skills.
Yeah.
So, Chucky was one of my favorite players because we had a relentless work ethic. We practiced 3 hours every day with the JV, which is a lot of schools don't do, but I think it was really helped build the program in whole. And Chucky'd go home after 3 hours in the gym, and we worked him. Get a shower, have dinner, do his homework, and then him and his dad would go up to the boys' club every night in Pine Hills and play for 2 hours more.
Wow.
He was a real gym rat. Loved it. Couldn't get enough of it.
Gotcha. It's all right. You got one funny story that you'd like to tell?
Well, I can give you a couple stories. I don't know how funny they are. We talk about discipline. We were 8-0 at the time, playing in a Dr. Phillips Christmas tournament, Chucky's senior year. We had beat 3 really good teams, and now we are playing Vero Beach, who was ranked 2nd in the state.
Okay.
And Chucky, the first quarter, is shooting. He got shot happy. And he wasn't doing it in the way Evans does things.
Gotcha.
Well, you got to hand it to Calvin. He's disciplined. He ain't putting up with it. He didn't care who you are.
He loves that word, discipline. Yeah.
He sat his tail down in the second quarter and didn't put him in. He didn't care. He ain't going back in playing like that. And we hung around. I think we were down 3 or 5 at the half.
Yeah.
We went in, and Chucky got a education on Evans basketball, refresher, so to speak, in the locker room.
Yeah. Well,
Chucky came out and was the guy who made the NBA. He was unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
But he ran the show. He did everything. I think he had 20-something points in the second half.
Wow.
And just dominated the game teams never could press us. We had ball handler. We had 3 guards that were 5'7", and they couldn't take it from them.
Yeah.
And our speed and athleticism, and we ended up beating them and winning that tournament, which was a big to-do. That team was very special. We went 31-4, and we had 17 games in a row decided on the last shot.
Wow.
And we won all 17 of them.
Oh, my God. That is insane.
We either made the game winner at the buzzer, or the other team was shooting the game winner, and they missed.
Wow.
So it was a 31-4 team that could have easily been 16-15 had it gone the other way. Wow. But I just think they knew how to play. They never gave up, and it was a great ride. And I still see some of those players. They're just great guys.
That's amazing there. All right, quickly tell me, what's your fondest memory at Trinity Prep? We're not going to talk a lot about Trinity Prep, but
Trinity Prep was a totally different scenario. Obviously not the athletes at Evans. However, I was very proud of what we did there. We beat some really good teams.
Yep.
You know, Trinity Prep is a 3A school, and we were playing the 7A big boys and beating them. And we had some really, really special wins. That was the year of COVID.
Yep.
We had our game canceled to play Ocala Trinity in the regular season, who we knew eventually we would see in the district playoffs.
Yep.
Well, we got to the finals and had to go up to Ocala, and we were in it for a quarter and a half. We got in foul trouble and really changed the game.
Yep.
But we were playing really well at that time. That team that we played was much bigger, stronger. They had 6'7", 6'9". Trinity, we had our biggest kid was 6'4". Yeah. So we were giving up quite a bit of size, but we battled, and, you know, we had a really heck of a player that we tried to teach how to get to the next level, and sometimes it wasn't taken upon that great, but eventually I think he bought into what we were trying to do and has had a successful college career, which we're proud of for him.
Definitely.
He put in a lot of work. But, you know, there were some really good times. We beat a Holy Trinity team at Masters on a running clock. They were experimenting with a 35-second shot clock.
Yep.
And we scored more points in that game than any of the year, and there was a shot clock. You know, we shot it real well that day, but more important, I think, why we beat that. And this was a team that went to the Final Four. Yep. The reason we beat them was, I think, our zone defense. They must have had 5 or 6 shot clock violations, not used to having to shoot. And it was hard to penetrate our zone. Yep. So it took them longer, which played into our hands.
Yeah. I think that was the game that actually made me a believer in the zone. That was when you told me that, and everybody in the stands were yelling at us to get out of it, you know, and I think they were 2 and something. They hit 2 big threes and looked like they were going to run us out the gym. And next thing you know, I don't know, where'd they end up?
Yeah, they were 3 for 19.
Yeah, 3 for 19.
But he made the first 2.
Yeah.
So, again, you have to believe in what you're doing.
Yep.
Giving your kids the best chance to win.
Exactly.
And, you know, if they're making threes on your zone, then get out there harder.
Yep.
You're not working hard enough. People think zone defense, they think they can sit back. No. It's totally wrong. You still want to be the aggressor on defense, even that you're in the zone. The only difference is you're not denying the ball out front. Yep. Everything else is help principles and stop penetration.
No, that's good, because Calvin, he tried to explain that to me, was that it was still man-to-man. It was just you guarded that area. You guarded the man that was in your area.
You got the guy with the ball in your area. Yep. But when he had the ball, you're still on him like you're in man.
Exactly.
The only thing is, if he tries to beat you, you got help in the middle to where they're not going to be able to penetrate and get down past the free throw line.
Exactly, and that's all it was. I mean, people didn't understand it, but, you know, like you said, when, you know, like he said too, that the loyalty of growing up in it and being a part of it for so many years, you understand it. But if you're just coming in for 1 year, you won't buy in.
No, and you know, that was the beauty of Evans. Those kids were with you for 4 years.
Yep.
Ran the same offense, the same defense, the same out of bounds plays. By the time they're seniors, they knew exactly what to do. There wasn't much to it at that point. We practiced it. We ran it in repetition. for 4 years, they knew it better than they knew their name.
Gotcha. And they all knew 9 spots too, right?
We had our 4 drills started every practice from the first one to the last one every year. And I think it's a real testament of why those kids didn't miss the layups I see other teams miss is those drills.
Gotcha. No, that's true. All right. Last but certainly not least, let's finish up with this. I want to let you talk about what really drives you and what your why is and who supported you and how did you navigate coaching and family life. So give me a little bit of that.
Well, first of all, I don't think you can be a very effective coach if you don't have a wife in your corner. My wife, she's an angel. She's a saint.
Wow.
They send her down to me because I am not easy. I love sports. I love athletics of all kinds.
Yep.
I love to support the high school athlete. If I coached a kid when he was 6 years old, I followed him his whole career and would try to go to as many games as possible.
Gotcha.
My wife, I traveled a lot for a job, so she had the kids at home during the week.
Yep.
I would come home. I would have coaching responsibilities, and she would hang in there with us. And she came to the games and supported me, brought the kid, dragged the poor girls, to the games. I'm fortunate. My one daughter has really bitten into basketball at University of Florida. She's a senior now and is loving it. My other one, she, poor thing, I think I chased her out of athletics with many poor games that she had to sit through.
Gotcha.
And my son, he likes sports, but I don't think I passed my passion on.
Uh-oh.
And while he played, he was very passionate, but when he put up his glove and spikes, it's now fun, but it isn't life and death.
Gotcha.
And to me, it's not life and death, but it's just a way of life.
Gotcha.
I don't know any other way. I mean, I used to listen to college basketball games. I'm 8 years old on the radio. When I'd go to bed, I'd turn on the radio and listen to Rutgers basketball.
Rutgers,
I don't know many other 8-year-olds. Or I used to walk to the junior high. I'm 7, 8 years old and go watch the men's league, the fire department play the police department.
Wow.
I had the whole league scouted, and I'm 7 years old. I know who to cover and who not to. I could have been coaching then at 7.
Oh my gosh.
So, I know I'm a little bit different in that regard, but sports is a great venue. My son and I have been very close since he's little.
Yep.
His first game in T-ball, he shows up in my bedroom at 4:30, fully dressed at 5 years old, ready to go to a 9 o'clock game. And he played all the way through high school. So he had a real love for it, too. And he played basketball also. He never got the basketball bug, so to speak. He played because it was fun, and it was something else to do other than play baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But, my wife is, I don't think you can be an effective coach. The amount of hours and scouting and watching tape and all those things that go into being an effective coach, you have to have someone in your corner who understands how important this is. And, why do you get into coaching? People will ask me that all the time. Why did you want to coach? Number one,
you didn't make a lot of money?
No. The 1 year at Evans, I figured I made 4 cents an hour. I did the math. But it never was about the money.
No.
And it was always, you want to give back where you can. I love kids. I love being able to help shape and mold them best you can to making them positive citizens and develop friends and working with people. That's why you get into it.
Gotcha.
You're just using whatever sport it is as kind of the instrument.
The vessel.
And being the head coach, or you have the power of play, which is more powerful than anything.
Gotcha.
Is all the kids want to play. Unfortunately, in basketball, you only can play 5 at a time.
Yep.
Now, how do you take care of 10, 11, and 12 on the bench who aren't going to get many minutes?
Yep.
The effective coaches find a way to get those kids involved one way or another.
Gotcha.
And not just sit at the end of the bench.
Gotcha.
Because someday you may need them.
Yep, definitely. You never know when.
On my first year at Evans coaching JV with Greg Shirley, We had a kid who was our 13th man out of 13 when we started the season. And back then, the Metro Conference used to have a district championship for JV. And in the championship game of the JV, our 13th player was starting.
Wow.
And he had started the last 5 or 6 games. And you go, well, how could you be that off? How could you have a kid as your worst player become a starter? Well, he gave us the things that we needed. We didn't need another scorer. We had 2 scorers already. We need someone to play defense, take care of the ball, make free throws, and was just a real dog on the press. And he pressed like crazy. And that's how he got his job, is he pressed during practice against the starters, and they couldn't get by him. And he trapped them, and we said, boy, we may be able to use him on the press. And that's how he first started getting time. And as the season grew, his responsibilities grew. But so many coaches get wrapped into, this is my 5, and I'm not changing, and we're 5 and 17, but I got my starting 5. Well, maybe you got the wrong guys.
Like in poker, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them,
and you
know when to walk away.
The biggest thing I learned at Evans High School coaching was defining roles.
Yeah. Yep.
And the kids have to know, and their teammates have to know, this is what we need from you.
Yep.
Bo Jefferson and Aaron Vincent didn't need to score on that team. We had Maurice Gray and Derek Sharp both getting double figures.
Yep.
We needed guys to take care of the ball, play defense, do all the little things. So there's roles for people out there, even if you don't, quote, have the shooting skills of some of the other guys. We had the kid at Trinity that year. We had a young player he was a senior but hadn't played much.
Yep.
He was 0 for the summer shooting threes.
Yeah.
We had played like 12 games in the summer.
Yep. He
hadn't made a 3 all summer. Now it's tryouts of his senior year. He's about 6'3", which for Trinity was one of our bigger kids. But he had to know his role if he was going to play. And we went to him before tryouts. You're not allowed to shoot any threes. Your job is to rebound, play defense, and score inside.
Exactly.
Can you live with that? If you can, there'll be playing time for you. If you cannot, you're probably not even going to make the team.
Yep.
Well, as a senior, he wanted to play. He bought in, and I think we got as much as we could have gotten out of that player. And I'm very proud of that.
Yep. No, definitely. Most improved player. He did. It was great. So, Joe, before we finish, I want to know, is there anything else you want to say about your wife?
She does everything. I mean, I'm gone. I still go to games all the time, and she still takes care of the house and the family. And now she's become a big UCF basketball. We go every game together.
Yep.
And she's bought in. After 30-something years, I finally got her to where she really enjoys basketball, especially college basketball.
Yep.
And it's definitely a match.
Yeah, and I want to honestly say, sometimes I love her critiques on the game. Sometimes it's out in left field, but it comes back because she actually knows what she's talking about now.
Yeah, she's gotten better, and it's funny because between her and my daughter Angela, they ask me basketball questions now.
I know,
they want
that's
to know.
Amazing.
Where for years I was in my own world. And,
you have hit the holy grail now.
Yeah, those two want to know the intricacies of why they shot that shot or whatever. Gotcha. It's become a lot more fun.
Yeah, so the reason I wanted to give one more shout out to Jen was because I was able to get Jen to write me a little note here to kind of explain what you mean to her, and I want to read this. This is what she says. Joe is that rare kind of man whose faith and integrity you can actually feel. He shows up for people, our kids, our family, his friends, and especially the young people he mentors and coaches. Coaching isn't just a hobby for him. It's his calling. He pours into those kids because he wants them to grow, to believe in themselves, and to know someone's in their corner. Joe lives with the intention of leaving this world better than he found it. And he does that by loving people well, leading and with character, and giving without expecting a thing in return. Joe is all heart, and that's exactly what made me fall in love with him. He shows up for me in ways that matter. He's steady, supportive, and always in my corner. He loves big. He loves with intention. And he makes me feel safe, seen, and grounded. He makes me laugh even when I'm trying my hardest not to. He is the one I trust with everything. Our relationship works because he's present, he's real, and he leads with heart. That's the man I married 32 years ago. And I thank God for me being so clumsy and falling over that rock, because it's the best mistake that I ever made. Jennifer Seminara.
Yeah, we were at a Christmas party. It's how we met. It wasn't just a rock. It was one of those Kakuna rock. It's, a 25-pound boulder that was in the way. And she tripped over it, and I caught her. And that's how we met. And it was a great catch. Play of the day.
Play of the day. That's what she told me, the play of the day.
Yeah.
So, Joe, that's big, man. So, folks, there you have it. As you can see, Joe knows a lot. But more importantly, now you know Joe. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this episode. I sure did. Big thanks to Joe for letting me put him on the spot. And big thanks to Jennifer for sharing her feelings. Until next time, folks, say it with me. Coaches, parents, and players, oh my. Coaches, parents, and players, oh my. Coaches, parents, and players, oh my. I had to cut that before Joe got too sentimental. I know it was hard for him, hearing his lovely wife, how much she loves him, how much she cares about him, and how much he means to her. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you still want me to keep going. I'm ready to get controversial. And from now on, I'll be bringing on coaches, parents, and players to discuss the detrimental aspect of parents, the pain that coaches inflict, and the lazy players and how they screw this thing up. All right? That's it, folks. Coaches, parents, and players. Oh, my. Now that's a hoops, baby. Let's go! Peace.